This is a moment. Let me just enjoy this moment.
Hello. Hello. It is, it's weird not saying what week it is. I think
Week 2 if we're doing the year.
Let's do
go
that.
with that. Because I was on week, like, I don't know, 60 or something.
Yeah, we'll be on week 60 and we haven't been counting. So
Can't be asked.
Let's do a video every week of the year and we'll start from last week's and then this is week 2. So week 2, hello everyone. We have made it. We are doing it. And we were meant to have the electrician round today.
Yeah.
We do love you, Darren, but we are really happy not to have any tradies in the house.
Because it's a Friday and listen to that. Niche.
No one here. So the plasterers have been here this week and they've done an amazing job. But obviously having people in your house just makes everything a lot more difficult. And obviously plastering is quite a messy job. So I'm happy that they're done, which means that we can clear off all of the dust. We can sort our lives out. The dust. And bless them, they were cleaning up after themselves. They were doing the best they could. It's just a messy job, like what you meant to do. But yeah, we're very pleased with that.
They were pretty non-messy as well,
I think. They did well, but we will show you that in a second. But we just want to say hello. And this week we are looking at trying to get the living room actually done. I need some accountability, so we'll talk through that in a minute. But for now, let's do a tour of the house.
Let's get to it. We're going.
Oh, actually, there's some here.
There's some there, yeah. Painted the ceiling, just plaster over the painted ceiling. So now we get to plaster. Well, we don't even get to paint on the plaster because we have to miscoat the plaster and then we paint on the plaster. Not that I'm mad about it.
But it's okay.
It looks nice.
It was really cracked before, wasn't it? So
yeah, it was horrible.
We weren't originally going to be doing this, but I'm glad that we have now.
They've also filled in these gaps.
Yeah, lovely.
It looked wet. It wasn't wet. They filled other little gaps, like there's some they've done there. There was a hole in the wall there. But then there's all of this. Ta-da! These were all big, long gaps. What are they called? Not trenches. Chases. Into the lights and the light fixtures and that kind of stuff. And now they're all covered. So now the hallway is smooth as a baby's bum. Bedroom's done. Also incredibly smooth. I love fresh plaster. It's just so smooth. Also this no longer looks shit. For ages, as I'm sure you've seen, this whole bit has been horrible. There was like a gap there where there was a hole. It was loose bits here, because this bit we've changed. We've like cut in and we've come above it and then we've restored the wood along there. So finally, this bit looks almost intentional. Weird, right?
I'm so excited.
Isn't it?
It's dramatic. This room just looks incredible now. I'm so excited to decorate it. Our next plan of action, which I think I said in last week's vlog, is that we're going to do the living room. And to be honest, I've done nothing about that. So, oh no, that's a lie. I've ordered some paint, that's a lie. Huh?
Samples.
I've ordered some tile samples because we realised that although we want to paint the walls, we do need to know what we're doing with the fireplace before we do that. So, order those samples. Hopefully they'll be here in the next couple of days and then we can go and find some blue paint samples because Miles won.
Did I win? Are we going blue?
Yeah.
What, the room is going to be blue?
The room's going to be blue.
Holy shit.
There's a first for everything, guys.
I'm worried about it now. I hope it looks good.
It's all down to you.
This is a moment. Let me just enjoy this moment. Same again here, really. Incredibly smooth and just doesn't look totally shit. I mean, that ceiling still looks shit, but it's just a painting job.
Yeah, we just sat that back.
Yeah, they've done all this. They filled in all the chases and that sort of stuff. They filled in the cracks on the ceiling. And also, we had a light here, and now we don't have a light here.
It's down there. I don't know where to put it.
Oh, there it is. Well, there's the
it's a
bowl
lampshade,
for the light.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they've also filled it over here because this all kind of fell off. I can't remember. Did this have damp? Who knows anymore? That's it, I think, from up here. Oh, they've also done this little corner over here.
And Narnia.
Oh, and Narnia, yeah. Narnia. I mean, there's not much really. This is all smooth.
They've done the ceiling and that wall and then the little holes over there and stuff, which is great.
Yeah, so now we just need Darren to put in the electrics and then we're done. That bit doesn't look... It's...
Oh. That's all right, I'll fix it.
We'll fill it. Meg will fill it. Who cares? This little bit here, this is obviously down lower because he's been doing that. I have hit my head on it a few times. But yeah, this little bit up there's done. And because that bit looked all cracked and shit and horrible, and now it doesn't. Below it looks horrible, but not cracked. Well, that bit looks cracked. Anyway.
We're doing our best, everybody. All right, should we go back downstairs?
Here. Yeah, back down we go.
We have exciting news in here.
Hide your pants.
Hide my pants. We have lights! Hey! It is 2 different lights, but I just haven't put the bulb and stuff in there. It's another one of those balls that we just showed you upstairs because they were in our old flat. So we're just using what we've got. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, so the plan of action for today and this week is to do the living room. So come with me. Obviously the kitchen, I mean, it's a mess, but whatever. The kitchen's pretty much done. Like, there's a few finishing touches, but like, it's all good. I mean, one of them is repainting the doors, which I'm a bit worried about, but that's not a problem for while it's cold outside because I need to sand them down outside. But anyway, this room is pure, brilliant white, and it is pissing me off because I can't visualize it while it's white. And we have decided to go with blue. So I've looked at lots of inspo pics that I'll put in now. And I will also put up the tile options. We should probably get rid of our Christmas cards, shouldn't we? But anyway.
I think so. The little Santa and snowman
I know.
probably need
These
moving
need to go back into the storage. I forgot about those guys. But yeah, so I've bought tiles for this. Samples, I mean. And I've gone for, there's mainly green ones, because that was the original idea. And it kind of goes to the inspo pictures. But I also found these sort of harlequin ones, which are quite fun. And then silver ones. Can you imagine? It was silver. Original plan was to tile the whole thing, but I've decided that I think we're just going to tile up to here. So it's not going to be like really in your face mental, but it will be quite a large feature in the room. And then the original plan, again, we need to see the tiles first, is to build a shelf here for the TV to sit on. And I think we'll mount the telly on the wall, only a little bit higher than the thing. So it'll basically look like it's sitting on the shelf, but it means we can pull it out and move it around if we want to. Another exciting thing is literally 20 minutes ago, I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace because I'm addicted to Facebook Marketplace and spotted a rug. And I'm always looking for rugs because we're not going to have carpet for quite a while because we're faffing around and the rooms are big. So to find big rugs, it's quite tricky. And if anyone's looked up how much rugs cost, they're not cheap. So I spotted this blue rug, looked nice. And Miles' sister's recently bought a house as well. So I'm on the lookout for stuff for her. 50 quid, very cheap for a new rug. And it's from Nordic Nest. If anyone knows what Nordic Nest is, that rug is worth about £900. So we're going to go collect that today. So we'll take you with us. Not sure what time we're going over there yet, but Sue is being very kind and letting us come over immediately. So we'll have a new rug. And I think, as much as I love this rug, I'm thinking that this might move upstairs or next door because if we're going to have a green fireplace, blue walls, I think I'd prefer to have a blue rug. I don't know, but it gives us options. And if we don't want it, then I'll give it to Louise. So that could be your housewarming gift, Louise, but don't quote me on that. Next step is to tidy up this room because it is a mess. And tomorrow we're doing some filming for AEG. We need to tidy up the kitchen. So I think I'm going to do that now. And yeah, unless Sue says that we can come around and collect the rug.
And then we leave immediately.
Then we are.
Because we're getting that
We're getting
rug.
the bloody rug. We've missed out. We've missed out on a few rugs because other people have got their grubby mitts on them. So we need to be quick. And she's only around the corner, so I'm going to get over there. All done, perfect.
I don't know about perfect.
Not perfect.
But acceptable.
But it's better than it was. So we've gotten rid of all of the Christmas bits. It's all a little bit dusty in here still, but fuck it. We'll do a proper clean another day. And then we've shoved the sofa over a bit and put that table there. By the way, it's still on these little feet. I don't know if I actually showed this online. I might not have. But we got these sofas secondhand. And basically what happened is they were used in a show house. So they've never been used before. So this is a sofa bed and it still had the plastic on it and stuff. But it didn't come with the bolts for the sofa and it didn't come with the feet.
Which we have since bought.
So we've bought some, but it just, the way the sofa works, it doesn't fit. And we got them for my brother was staying because he slept on this bed. And I didn't have it in me to work out a solution. So
the problem is that the depth of the frame of the sofa is deeper than that. And then there's a sofa bed that comes out that hits it. So you can't get the sofa bed out. We can probably put it on the one that doesn't have a sofa bed.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to, well, I say you are going to have to cut one of these blocks so that it fits it right.
Yeah.
And then screw it in. Oh, it's just a pain in the ass.
It is a pain, or I can just find smaller feet. But we'll see. I could probably at least put them on this one. Put them on there. But we just haven't got around to it because it's not a critical item. And to be honest, we've also done nothing this year so far. So we need to get on with it. So
we're getting back to it.
We are getting back to it. Plan of action. Tile samples, paint samples, prep work. I might start the prep work before then because it doesn't matter what colour the walls are going to be for the prep. I don't want to do it. I'm so bored of prepping for paint. And then we can see what we do with decorating it because like this TV unit, I don't think we're going to keep. Maybe it'll go in the other room, but it won't be in here. There's these little bits of floor. We are going to get a wood burner in here at some point. So I might get them round to put the hearth in because then I can tile on top of the hearth. Because that would be better in case we ever want to take the tiles off. And yeah, oh yeah, God, I'd never finished the skirting board. So I also need to do the skirting board, which includes this curve. So there is quite a lot to do still, but...
It's going to be tricky.
We'll do it, we'll get there, I think. But I think I need to write a list again and post everything online because otherwise I never do anything.
Accountability.
Accountability is required for me because I am the world's biggest procrastinator. All right, it's rug time. Come on, Milo, let's go.
Can you just show the
Forehead. Why are my pockets so heavy? Wipes. Let's go get a rug.
It's rug time.
Rug time. Rug secured.
Rug secured.
That was the coolest flat I have seen in the local area.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was stood there
so
just with
cool.
my gob open the whole time. I mean, like really old wooden ceiling, all very
but
mid-century.
all like really spanking, like really nicely finished. Honestly, like I love it.
Super high quality.
She's moving to Australia at some point soon, and we were like, take our number. If you sell anything from this flat, tell us because we may well take it. The only problem is this is £50, which is cheap what it is. But she was selling like some Soho Home chairs that are like half price to new, so that's still really expensive. So it's not like she's just going to be giving away her stuff, but maybe when she's leaving she might.
She'll get more desperate the closer she comes to moving.
Because like, she doesn't need to get rid of anything yet. She's not actually leaving, but that would work out well with our timeline. So fingers crossed we can have that bloody sofa. She had this amazing big L-shaped leather square.
It was all mid-century, Scandi, high quality,
but like moody still. It wasn't.
Cozy.
It wasn't just like fresh because I think Scandi fresh doesn't really suit our house. We need something heavier than that. Yeah. Oh, so cool. But anyway, we've got our rug. I thought it was too good to be true, to be honest, and
it wasn't.
But it wasn't. We now have it in our possession, and it look. She opened it up for us, and it all looked decent. But I have got like that little Karcher wetback thing, so if we need to I can always run that over it, but yeah, happy days. Proper serious rug that.
Good find.
Happy days. You gotta be on Facebook Marketplace. She only posted it last night at about 10 o'clock, woke up this morning, saw it, bought it, 12 hours later she's gone. Money's in our bank account, rug's in our car. Get inside.
Need the turning circle. Right, where's she going?
Just put it in the living room for now, I reckon.
I might just put it here just for now.
Yeah. Big boy. Saying that you're going to tennis.
I'm going to tennis. Quickly have some local honey to power me through the game. Right, we worried, Mark.
God, Mark's got to be careful.
Yeah.
You're fueled by local honey.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. See you later.
Well, hopefully see you again soon. Where's my keys? I just put them on the side. I reckon they're upstairs in my jeans. Cool, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, right. Making myself a matcha, and then I am just waiting for some podcasts to come through from Francois, as in Frank, who is he? Martha's business partner, I guess. So he's editing two of the podcast for me so I can make some shorts. I'm going to do some tidying up upstairs because the plasterers are now gone. so we can get rid of all of those bags all over all of the sort of sockets and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to screw them into the wall yet, because I'm scared of damaging the plaster around them, and I don't really want the plaster to still be drying or whatever while I do that. But yeah, and then I think I'm going to tidy up the kitchen, because tomorrow we're doing a full day of filming for our kitchen appliances, because as some of you know, we got them for free, which is amazing. And always think about posting online, because we would never have got this otherwise. I did have to pitch for it, and it's quite a lot of work to get done, but totally worth it. Didn't have to pay for appliances for this house. Amazing. Oh, anyway, let's make a matcha. Oh, okay, fuck that up. I'm still very much working this matcha thing out, but I've got to a point where it's pretty much never bitter at home. And no, I cannot make latte art. So I just put cinnamon on top. Colour. I keep going to places and ordering a matcha, and their matcha is either really cheap or off. Because like it's meant to be this sort of bright green, and it's like a dusty, musty khaki green instead, and it's just horrible. Like I tried to have one yesterday because I felt bad about saying anything about it. I didn't want to be rude, and then I was like, actually, this is making me feel a bit sick. Like it's not the vibe. But basically, I can't trust any matcha you have out and about, which is really sad, because it's so nice when people do it well. All right, it's a complete mess over here because of the toaster and because of me making my matcha and spilling milk everywhere. So let's just wipe the side down a bit. Let's do some work, shall we? All right, what have we got to do? I am now going to go upstairs and sort out the rooms that the plasterers were in. Actually, I could start with that one, couldn't I? So I'm going to take all of the plastic off of everything, and then I'll see how dry they are and if I can reattach them. So maybe I'll get my electric screwdriver in my back pocket so that if I want to, I can. This room, oh my God, I can't even look at it. I think the reason that I haven't done any DIY yet is because this room is such a tip, and to be honest, because of the plasterers, I couldn't really get much done while they were here. I think it's just Phillips that I need, but I'll get my little bits and bobs anyway, so that I can put everything back together. So let's do that now. So you saw last week's video, you'll know that this is like plastic sheeting with masking tape on the edges. So this is the real test as to whether I can get the fuckers off. Da, 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 da. And the plug socket is safe. They haven't done that hole very well, look at that. So I'm gonna have to go around and fill that anyway. So I might leave that one as it is and then let this all dry. I mean, it's better than it was. We can still turn the lights on and off from that. So I'm gonna leave that one. Let's go upstairs and see how the other ones are doing. Hopefully the holes aren't like that everywhere, because that means I'm gonna have to go around and fill everything, but it's all good. It's better than it was. Oh look, our little mates. All right, so let's do the same again. This one's quite a mess actually. They've not really finished it well at all. Do you see what I mean? Like that's flaking off even. There's a big lump here. So they haven't done a good job here at all, to be honest. This one looks better. Yeah, see, that one is nearly completely covered. There's still a little bit on there that could do with some tarting up just there, but you see how it covers it completely still. So it's just those little nubbins, which I think that's okay. I can deal with that. So I might put that one back on. What about this guy? The screws fell off those as well. That was close. Ugh. Yeah, classic. Just a razor blade on the floor there. Amazing. You know what? It's not too bad. Again, a little bit of tarting up required. Oh, I am just so pleased with this room. Look at it. It's going to be amazing. So we can't do stuff in here just yet. Oh, the sun's out. Oh my God, I love when this room has the sun in it. But we cannot do anything yet because we need to wait for the plaster to dry. So I will focus on the living room. I keep saying that. Focus on the living room while procrastinating from doing anything in there. But yeah, if I can get this room all nice and lovely, I need to buy some lights. I'm going to make a headboard all the way up there, and the light will be in it, the plug socket will be in it, the light switch, and then our bed will be here, which I'm very excited for. And I don't think I'm going to do exactly the same in this room. But this room does have lights by the bed, but I think I'm just gonna have a normal bed there with lights either side. It's so funny how the wall dries. It makes sense because that's what the thicker plaster was, but yeah, look at the sun. Obviously we've still got the plastic on the windows, which I'm tempted to leave. It's a bit grotty up there too. I think I'm gonna have to do a bit of work up there to make it all flush, but that's okay. And yeah, that's it. So it's just the lights. And it feels a lot better not to have all of the plastic all over the walls. So I might put those lights back together because I can. This is my most favourite tool. Dot and Heather said that they don't like it and they just use their drill, but this is so light that for this sort of thing, it's perfect. There was a plan to make some new ones of these, which I thought this might happen, that when I bought them, I wouldn't bother because they are lights and they are on the wall. But I don't love this, it's all right. But I found some in Winchester that I'm obsessed with they're £300 a light, and I've bought a few bits and pieces to make some. But I just have no idea when I'm going to get around to doing that. To be fair, it's quite a low stakes job, so I could just get started and then go from there. But probably check in next week to see that. And I just remembered, after really saying how amazing my electric screwdriver is, it doesn't reach into here to screw it on. So I'll go get some actual screwdrivers. So those lights that I liked were another example of a blue thing. I think this house is going to be very blue. But I guess to be fair, I could paint them any colour I liked. It wasn't because they were blue that I liked them. Although it was quite fun. Okay, they're on there. Let's do the other one now. Yay! You can see that they're not sitting completely flush with the wall, which is another reason why I do want to make some. I mean, you'd hope that when a wall was plastered that wouldn't happen, but we'll see. I could always cork them in, couldn't I? But then that means I can't take them off without fucking the wall up. What are your opinions? Do you think I should just not have lights like this? Because you kind of just want them to be here and here rather than around the edges. What do you think? It's so funny. The wall's actually finally getting there. But I can still see where the chases were, so visually it doesn't actually look that different because you've still got these big lines, but obviously it's way nicer. I'm just gonna get this one on the wall because it wasn't too bad. I'm gonna leave that one off and see if I can do anything about it. Gosh, you can really see the bubbles in the wall. Can you see that? I'm gonna have to sand these down very well. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? Look, you can see. It's like tiger stripes. Final thing, I don't know, that's not okay though, is it? Gosh. These sort of wall lights, I wouldn't recommend for people who have wonky walls. It just shows up everything. I'm now reconsidering whether I even want to do lights like this at all. I might get Darren to swap them out for like normal pendants. Not pendants, normal sconces. We just need them to be quite flush with the wall because we don't want them to stick out too far. And they are kind of mood lighting, really. What do you think? Any recommendations of lighting companies? Very greatly received. There's lots online that are pretty crap, or well, they look really nice, and then I realise the same light is being sold by like 10 different companies, and I'm like, I don't mind things from China or drop shipping, but I'm just worried I'm going to get scammed. It's not the real thing. Like if you were to buy off like Shein or whatever, and the dress shows up and it looks nothing like the model photo. I don't know. I was struggling a bit with that, which is why I decided to make my own, but I'm now wondering whether I shouldn't because these walls are not flat at all. Like, yeah, you can see. Let me feel normal. Can you see how not flat that is? That's got. I know that this is fucked because that's where the architrave goes, but like, it's literally like a gouge in that bit. This home renovation stuff's so hard. All right, all clean. Now it's time for lunch. Miles has reappeared from tennis. Did you win?
No.
We're gonna have some soup now. We have been here before. This place is an absolute pigsty. And to be fair, it is being used as storage for quite a lot of our stuff. But I did tidy this up in December and it just got worse and worse and worse because I was trying to rush through jobs. But we got there in the end and we are now left with a total pigsty. is completely clear now. We now have all of this space to do skirting boards when I get to it. And yes, this is the list graveyard that I will not be looking back at anymore. But we have had a very exciting delivery since I've been filming this, and it is some tile samples for our lovely fireplace over there. So I thought I would show you those. Here are said tile samples. So I thought I'd open them with Miles to see what he thinks. There are more coming. This is just the one company that I can't remember which one it was, but I will put them up on the screen as we talk about them. Okay, so this is the first one. What do you think?
Tile number 1. So this is going to be on the fireplace?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
I think it could be quite fun, you know.
It could be a lot with a lot of them. I kind of wish we'd got a few so that we could see it. Like,
I mean, we can get another couple samples in, which I think would be worthwhile for that one. But I'm not against it. I think it looks pretty cool. And actually, I think it might be quite good to have some texture.
It might fit really well in that, 2 of them.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
I quite like it.
Okay, all right, next one.
Okay, I already don't like this one before even.
Next one is the silver one. Can't really see the colour, can you? Okay. I think it could be quite fun.
There's a bit of a constant battle going on between me and Meg to not make the house too girly.
That's not girly.
Comment below. Is a shiny silver tile girly?
Miles, you've got some deep-rooted issues if you think that's girly. I'm avoiding lots of colours. Glitter. Well, fair enough. I'm trying to avoid lots of colours that Miles is vetoing. Hence why everything is blue or green.
Nothing here is blue.
Yeah, I know, because the walls are going to be blue.
It's because I want that one. I quite like the green.
The green was the original idea, so this is the safe bet. You can't really see it. Let me turn this off.
Is it going to work with the blue as well?
Well, that's the thing. So whichever we choose will obviously match it to a... I feel it might be a bit dark. Like it's nice, but it's a little bit nothingy. Like I feel I want something a bit lighter than that.
It is dark.
No,
yeah, I like it,
nice.
But I think it would only be nice in like proper light. If we were to have it as the windowsill or something, it'd be more interesting.
Yeah, like it's so reflective. Hang on, I can't see it on the camera. There you go. Yeah, like it's a very pretty tile. It might be a contender. It looks nice over here. It's like kind of... Hello, you can see me in the reflection. I don't know. I like it, but not sure. We've got 2 more coming, so...
Okay.
Oh. So we'll see. These are potentials. I think the only
The diamond one is my favourite yet.
That's good to know. I think it's quite fun. Also, it's slightly bluey green, if you can see that. I like this one still. But I think that is my favourite too. So far.
Just a bit of jazziness. If everything else in here is
one
colour, yeah, it's paint. And
That's
just
what I'm
like
thinking.
that's blue, that's white or something.
Yeah.
Then that's just a little bit of pattern in a room of block.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Let us know in the comments. We will have some more to show you probably next week because these came really quickly. I only ordered them like last night, so I don't think the other company will be that quick. But yeah, let us know. It's probably between green of various sorts because that's what the other ones are, or that diamond one.
But we decide on this and also the blue paint of the room and for them to somehow complement each other, whilst also not clashing with the kitchen too much because this open doorway goes straight into there.
Yeah.
So comment below what the hell to do.
Well, I'm going to wrap it all up there.
Yeah.
Miles is hungry. He's going to have some Cocoa Pops. But if you...
I'm not having Cocoa Pops. I'm having about 4 different nearly finished bags of crisps from New Year and a pot of hummus.
Well, there you go. Pillar of health. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
So even if they don't know the hours, they'll schedule the hours and assume it's on empty all the time. But when they know for charging, they can schedule those hours better. So if you've got stuff like batteries and